So I went to Comic Con not too long ago, and before I went into the building or even arrived at destination, I had no clue what it was really about. The only thing I thought about, okay, Comic Con, it's gonna be strip books, Marvel, and whatever, right? I walked inside the building dressed up like a zombie. My cousin and brother all dressed up. Now, bear in mind, this was their second time ever at Comic Con. We went to the expo in Amsterdam. Well, it wasn't really in Amsterdam technically, but it's easier to just say, okay, it's in Amsterdam because it's easier, right? From the outside, the building was absolutely gigantic. Not knowing that when we stepped in, damn, it was even bigger than I expected it. Like I said yet again, I am not a nerd or a geek, so these conventions pretty much just really majority of the time track nerds. So we walk in there, and the first thing we see is a guy dressed up as Ghostbuster. I'm like, yo, that's awesome. Like the movie, I think I watched it maybe once or twice. Like when I was really, really small, I haven't watched Ghostbusters in so long, probably over a decade. I know that they released a Ghostbuster remake or something like that a while ago, like long time ago, and it apparently flopped. And I watched like 5 minutes of it, and I was like, nah, I'm turning this shit off. It's boring, man. I think, actually, matter of fact, I think all the characters were females, if I'm not mistaken. Let me search it up quickly. I think that's why the movie flopped. Well, it says something otherwise. It grossed 204 million worldwide against a production budget of 75 million. A sequel is set to be released on March 29, 2024. So definitely not a flop if it made 4 times the amount of money that it spent. It gets a 7.1 out of 10 on IMDb, 64% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's a pretty good score for Rotten Tomatoes. They don't give high scores like that in general. Why did I say something about all female characters? I think I've got the wrong movie here. I do know there was one movie released a while ago that had only female characters in it and it flopped massively. I don't know if it was this one necessarily. Yeah, no shit, it's gonna flop. They got children as characters. What the fuck were they thinking? Okay, all jokes besides, it obviously didn't flop if it did that much in revenue. Pretty good. From the Ghostbuster, we went to these stands. Now, this is where I was like, whoa, nostalgia is hitting your boy. Now, I grew up as many others during the time in the 2000s. You know, I'm a 2000 baby. So I grew up with the Game Boy, you know, when Nintendo got released, when YouTube got introduced in '06, '08, when Soldier Boy was like popping on YouTube. Oh man, when Superman cracked that, bro, I can't even describe, man. Thinking about it, man, makes me really happy, but also sad on like how fast time has gone. And I saw these, you know, I saw this stand with Pokemon cards, and I'm like, whoa, holy shit! I ain't seen Pokemon cards like this in years. You know, going from the '05, '08 editions to like the 2023 models. And I was like, holy fuck, man. They're so much cheaper here than in the stores. Pokemon cards have gotten really expensive, especially nowadays, man. I remember, like man, we're talking about shit, 10 years ago or something, when a booster pack used to cost $2.50 a pack. Which even then, for us, you know, as kids, you know, as a kid, that's a lot of money. Ain't no kid making a lot of money at 12, 13, 14. You're not even legally allowed to work. So I would often ask my mom, like, hey, can I have, like, you know, Pokemon? I used to love collecting Pokemon cards. I got a big collection of Pokemon cards. Well, to a lot of people, it would be considered a very small collection. But I have stopped collecting Pokemon cards since 7, 8 years ago, man. And the biggest reason why I stopped it is because just shit. The Pokemons that they came up with, I didn't understand it. The series got very repetitive and boring. And besides that, right, it don't matter. I stopped collecting it essentially because it cost a lot. Now, I went to the store a while ago and I was like, oh man, they sell Pokemon cards here. Let me check the price. €6.50 for a booster pack. Motherfucker. Dude, I can buy a kilogram of chicken for that money, bro. I'm not even kidding. I'm like $6.50 for a booster pack? Oh, hell nah. They sell them for $2.50 at the Comic Con. I was like, bro, you kidding me, right? Like, I was thinking like, oh, what if I get like 10 booster packs for €25? But then I also kind of thought like, bro, I don't collect Pokemon cards no more. They had the tin cans, which insane. They used to be 15, €20 back then as a kid, and they were €20 at Comic Con. I'm like, whoa. When's the last time I seen these prices? Actually reasonable, affordable prices for Pokemon cards. I've never understood why Pokemon cards were that expensive, honestly. But they just are, especially nowadays, bro. I don't see nobody really speaking about Pokemon, but it's also yet a own community. You have to really be into the Pokemon community. I remember years and years ago. I mean, we're talking about 6, 7, 8 years ago, bro. In 2015, Pokemon was like on its peak on YouTube, content-wise. Anyways, from the Pokemon cards, you had Yu-Gi-Oh. I know what Yu-Gi-Oh is. I didn't really grow up with it like my brother did. And they also had Lord of the Rings, and I was so surprised. Like I said, when I went to Comic-Con, this was my first time. Bear in mind, I didn't know what to expect. Really, I did know, however, okay, they're gonna have comic books, but for the rest, I ain't got no goddamn idea what they got here. But I was really pleased, and what I thought was so nice about Comic Con, and this is my opinion, yeah, everyone was themselves. Yes, you have these people that dress up like fucking fairies and cats and shit, act like, retarded specimens. I mean, goddamn. As someone with autism, I'm not sure how you're able to do that without getting embarrassment, secondhand feeling. But alright, each to their own. They had their own thing going on. But then I told myself, you know what, bro? Why am I judging them? This is the only place that they can really sort of be accepted, do their own thing outside. They're still weird people, but they're having fun, bro. And that's definitely the one thing about Comic-Con. I have to say, man, people are really chill. Like, you can see that they're nerds. I mean, goddamn, fucking grown-up nerds and stuff like that. It was funny. Like, you can just tell, oh, he's a nerd. Just the way that he dresses, and like, I noticed, I don't know if this is a nerd thing, but at least I noticed it. So many of them had mustaches, like these mustaches here, and then like so many of them have mustaches. I'm like, huh? Is that like a thing with nerds? Like they just like growing everything out? But it was a lot of fun. The people were super duper creative. Dude, I cannot describe you how creative these people were. Some of the suits that they made, like actually 3D printed at home. There was this one guy, he dressed up like the dude from Star Wars, man. I don't know, what's his name? Boba Fett or something like that? I walked up to him, I looked at his outfit from close up, I'm like, whoa. This is homemade. You can see some of these people, bro, invest and spend a lot of money on their costumes. They want to pop out. They want to be the one that everyone looks at, and understandable. The people were super creative, but also very, very friendly, and I didn't expect that, you know. My cousin it's so bizarre, right? And this is something I just very honestly don't understand about him. When he's in public at these type of events and in general, he's very talkative with people. He is the exact opposite of me. I don't like speaking to people. I like being on my own, being honest. But he doesn't give a single F, bro. He walks up to strangers and says, yo, can I take a picture with you? Like, yo, bro, your outfit is dope. What do you guys do? He had a whole conversation with like a group for like 15, 20 minutes. And I'm out there standing like, see, that could never be me, bro. I'm too shy. And I'm also like, I'm interested in speaking to these people. I just don't know them. Hence why I don't approach them. But besides that, what else did you have? You had t-shirts, you had hentai as well, which, you know, yet again, as a normal dude that doesn't play video games and isn't interested in things like that, it could be a little bit outside the box. But for everyone, a thing, right? Like I said, I got these. Some of you may think, why the fuck would you buy that? Because I goddamn liked it. Well, I didn't actually buy this one. This one came in the mystery box that I bought. But these two I did buy. Wally, that's Eve. And then you've got Wally with a fire extinguisher. Oh yeah, and another thing, you also had celebrities. I don't know if these are B-list celebrities, but they had some actors from The Witcher. They had Gus from Breaking Bad there as well. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing in the Netherlands? Like, god damn, he must be getting a big bag for this shit. But they were charging like crazy money. I think the 3 actors of The Witches were like 140 in total. Bro, imagine being an average person making 2.2 grand a month. Like, let's just give an example. That's the average salary here, like 1,800, 2,200 a month. You spending 140 on a picture with someone that doesn't even know you personally? That's like heavy, bro. Like, you weren't allowed to take pictures. That's why they had these curtains in front, like completely shut down, and had like so they actually had security. They had like 2 guys as security there, making sure nobody was taking pictures, because you have to pay for pictures, which understandable. They gotta make a buck. If it was me in the convention, I'd charge you people as well. I'd charge like 5. Nah, I would charge. You know, dude. I'm a YouTuber, bro. Of course, I'm greedy. I would probably charge as well, like a tenner or something. No, I'm just kidding. But no, it was a lot of fun, man. I didn't get to eat none of the food. Bro, we were too busy walking around the entire time, going in and out the building, because my brother and cousin, they smoke, so, you know, they're nicotine addicts. They need their fucking little hit once in 2 hours. But no, it was a lot of fun. The food and drinks were expensive, but that's like any event, really. We had boba tea, €7 for a glass. Dude, it was pure sugar. It wasn't nothing else that I enjoyed. No, not really, bro. It was too sweet for me, but I still drank it. I probably consumed like 50, 60 grams of sugar at that moment. But no, the most important thing was that I had fun. Is this my first or last time? God, no. I'm going to do it again. However, the next time my brother said, we've got to go to the one in Utrecht because whilst my brother was actually eventually speaking to this guy that was dressed up like a guy from Resident Evil or like DCPA. I don't know. I didn't understand none of it, bro. Like I said, I don't play no video games. I'm not a nerd like these two are. Dude, they play video games all the time. Me, I just kick back, I smoke it, I FaceTime with my girl, or I like listen to music. That's my way to relax and vibe. Like, you know, sit back, listen to my music, drive my car. They're into gaming, right? Each to their own. But one of the guys eventually said he was speaking to, like, you actually got to go to Utrecht. Like, this one is not even the biggest. This one only got to open like 4 or 5 years ago. So I was like, you know what? Let's try the Utrecht one next year. But dude, it was so much fun, honestly. And I'm very glad a lot of you liked that vlog. I'm really glad some of you really could enjoy that vlog. I enjoyed it a lot. Like I said, man, I'm not a real vlogger, bro. I still find it a little bit awkward sometimes to, you know, record outside. Not because people judge me. It's just, you know, you got eyes on you. It's still an unusual thing having a camera in front of your face and having to speak to a camera, because at the end of the day, you're just speaking to a camera. Like now, for instance, I can do it easy because I'm in my own environment. I'm in my home. I ain't got no one around me to judge me or bother me. But no, I really enjoyed Comic-Con. If there's one thing I would give a tip, go, honestly, man. Even if you're like me, you're not into like nerd stuff, just go. So much fun. And everyone's being themselves, and they're so creative and really nice people, man. They're not, in general, not assholes, but that was my experience at Comic-Con. I really enjoyed it, and I'm going next year again. Peace out.